Hey, what's up, guys? It's Saucery. Let's get into it.
I'm going to try to get through this as best as I can without breaking down. But I need to know who's raising these boys, because you sure as shit aren't men.
We got a feisty one today, guys. It's the independent moms, obviously. Anytime you do anything these women don't like, they will try to attack your masculinity. It's like they're trying to invalidate the authenticity of your very existence. It's absurd, man. Especially considering women are usually the ones who are most likely to be against traditional gender norms.
In what world is it okay to just ghost somebody after seeing them? In what world is it okay to ask somebody out and then not make a plan or not follow through with the plan? In what world is it okay to hang out with somebody, tell them you had a great time and you really want to see them again, to block them as soon as you leave? What sense does that make? The amount of times that this has happened is unreal. There's nothing worse than sitting there wondering what you did wrong or why you didn't amount to their standards. I know that it has nothing to do with me, it's all them. But you know what? I had a bad date yesterday that lasted all of 20 minutes. But at least he had the respect to tell me he wasn't feeling it. Do better.
I don't think ghosting is always a bad thing. For example, if she's being deceptive the entire date, and then you do what this guy did and say you had a great time and then ghost them, I don't see anything wrong with that. Maybe you disagree with me, but in my mind, someone who doesn't respect you or is going to be toxic doesn't deserve an explanation. You don't owe them anything.
I know that it has nothing to do with me, it's all them.
Did you guys catch that? It's never her fault, it's always your fault. It's almost as if women are incapable of doing any kind of self introspection. They've been told so many times by other women on social media that give bad advice that they should just, dismiss any kind of uncomfortable thoughts or feelings that make them think less of themselves or view themselves as anything less than perfect. Like, how can you possibly grow without taking a hard look at yourself?
At the highest level, people ghost because they aren't confident.
She's either grossly misinformed or she's lying.
Let's explore. So a guy ghosts you. What was the reason? What was the reason? He doesn't want to go on another date with you. Okay. A confident, kind, honest person would just text you and say, "Hey, I've enjoyed getting to know you. I don't feel a romantic vibe. Good luck out there. I really respect you." Some iteration of that. Now, in the moment, it would sting. Yeah, it would sting like a bitch for 5 minutes, but then you wouldn't wonder. No miscommunication, no mixed signals. Ghosting is just cowardly, plain and simple.
There seems to be a whole lot of entitlement going on here, guys. You don't owe this girls an explanation. It does not make you less of a man to offer less chances for a toxic, manipulative person to have a negative impact on your life. It's masculine to have boundaries. You should stick to them, draw that line in the sand, and I guarantee you guys your personal and dating relationships will be significantly better.
Like I always say, ghosting is small. Honesty is the highest form of kindness when it comes to dating, and it's just not that difficult to send a text saying, "Hey, you're not it." I also think dating apps provide endless supply of validation for both men and women, so the whole thing is just becoming very gamified.
Dating apps absolutely do not provide an endless supply of validation for men. In fact, I would argue that they provide an endless stream of the message that you don't matter except when you're forking out money. Yeah, that sounds about right. Women are so quick to give global advice without even knowing what they're talking about. Most of these chicks have absolutely no idea what issues men have or what we have to deal with, the kind of expectations that are placed on us by society, what we want. They're just so disconnected and self-absorbed that most of them don't even consider it for one moment. It's crazy because most of them will say they don't care about what a man wants if you question them directly on it, but they're still shocked when they face the consequences of refusing to compromise even the slightest when it comes to their courtship expectations. Continuing.
I had a date tonight, and I look like this. Hold on. I looked like this, okay? I brought it, okay? I brought it. And he likes Ben Shapiro. Ugh.
Guys, maybe I need to get my eyes checked or something. I'm not really seeing exactly what she brought. These chicks will put such enormous weight on the most trivial things. Obviously this chick doesn't like Ben Shapiro, but, just because this man likes Ben Shapiro doesn't mean that she knows where the man she's on a date with stands on everything. I'm going to try not to be political on this channel as much as possible, and some of you guys will probably disagree with me, but I really feel like this tribalism nonsense is a huge red flag in dating.
I think for men more than women, it really is so much more about timing. And this is kind of like upsetting men. When they're ready to find someone, it's whatever is in the vicinity.
I literally
and I really believe that.
Right. So true. Sure to be around. I can't work with it. I also hear that if you're the woman that stays through like his trying to find himself,
It's not good. He's going to leave for somebody else because he's going to be all good and he's going to use the skills he learned from you on some other bitch.
Right.
And that's not going to sit well with
dry
me.
and then move on to someone fresh.
Right.
Who doesn't have age on their face from helping a man.
Right.
The majority of guys would probably appreciate if a girl stuck it out with them like that. If anything, that would motivate him to stay more, if anything. What is this lady even saying? Like I said, guys, these women haven't a clue how men work most of the time.
Who isn't grayed out yet from all the trauma that he put her through.
The thing is that men be taking up a lot of emotional labor. Like, it's crazy.
Correct. For free.
I'm done, guys. That has to be the most ridiculous garbage I've heard all month. Most men act almost entirely emotionless so women can have a nice little comfy space in any given social situation. Women are free to express themselves however they want, while men have none of that privilege. And it is a privilege. Men are essentially given zero emotional support, and most of the time we take it on the chin, and we still don't complain despite how unjust and, regardless of the fact that we have to deal with idiotic phrases like man up, when we show even, like, the slightest flicker of something resembling a human emotion. Anything other than strength or anger, is frowned upon. And that really ticked me off what she said and how casually she said that. And what was that comment at the end there by the other woman? For free? Like, you should want to listen to your partner. It shouldn't feel like a chore or come with some kind of expectation of compensation. If you're constantly keeping score for every little thing in a relationship rather than doing things for your partner because you actually want to, then you're in the relationship for the wrong reasons.
I'm a bartender at a club, and a few days ago I posted a TikTok about how women act absolutely terrible when they come in the club. So let me share a little story that recently happened to me. So a table of girls and guys come in, and I know from experience when girls usually come in the club, they start off real shy, but the more liquor they drink, the more they want to act a fool. So as the night goes on, the girls want to act real rowdy, as always, and I walk by to serve another table, and somebody smacks my ass so hard as I walk by. And this wasn't like a normal smack. This was like somebody put all their anger into it and smacked me as hard as they possibly could. So I turn around, ready to start swinging, and I see this girl sitting there like this. As soon as I swung around and saw this girl in the fetal position, I knew that she was in the wrong. But come on, ladies, we can literally do better. You'd be surprised and say, doesn't this happen all the time given the environment that you're in? But the answer is no. The majority of the customers that come into the club I work at are men, and they usually know better than to touch somebody like that. But really, it's the women that come in the club and feel entitled because I'm a woman and they're a woman. They think that this type of behavior is okay. Girls always get offended when guys touch them inappropriately, but because I'm a woman and you're a woman, you think I'm supposed to let that shit slide, and that don't sit right with me at all.
I think she put that pretty well, guys. Women are so accustomed to not having consequences that they're completely shocked when someone actually puts them in check. It sounds like the customer knew she did wrong in this situation, and, that's great, but what annoys me is when women, instead of acknowledging that they did something wrong, they'll double down and just deny all responsibility. Anyways, that's all I have for today, guys. Thanks for sticking around to the end. If you like this video, please hit the like button and show me some love. Your guys' support is always appreciated. Until the next time, peace.